Paul McCartney has shared his top 3 favorite albums by other artists, while also reflecting on how certain songs bring back memories of his former Beatles bandmates, John Lennon and George Harrison. The legendary musician, who turned 83 this month, often connects with fans through Q&A sessions on his official website. In recent editions of the series, titled You Gave Me the Answer, Paul addressed various topics, including the 50th anniversary reissue of the 1975 Wings album Venus and Mars. He also fondly recalled his childhood days spent buying records at Lewis's, a now-closed department store in Liverpool. In the latest installment, published today, he was asked about the music that has marked key moments in his life, and whether performing his own songs brings similar feelings of nostalgia. A fan named Alex had asked whether there were any albums that transported Paul back to specific periods of his life, and if performing his own music triggered comparable memories. Paul replied that there absolutely were. He mentioned that his favorite albums by other artists include music from Big Pink by the band, Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys, and Harvest by Neil Young. He explained that all 3 are timeless classics that he enjoys revisiting, each one tied to a particular chapter of his life. He also said that performing his own music often stirs memories of recording sessions, especially moments shared in the studio with John and George, memories he described as especially touching. Paul has long expressed admiration for the Beach Boys, and in particular for their co-founder and primary songwriter, Brian Wilson, who passed away earlier this month. One of Paul's most cherished songs is God Only Knows, featured on the 1966 Beach Boys album Pet Sounds. Speaking to BBC Radio 1 in a 2007 interview, Paul said the song moved him deeply. He described it as one of the rare pieces of music that brings him to tears every time he hears it. Though it is essentially a love song, he said, it was so beautifully crafted that it highlighted Brian Wilson's extraordinary talent. Paul went on to describe an emotional moment he experienced during a rehearsal with Wilson for a benefit performance. He recounted how, during the sound check, he was so overwhelmed by the experience of singing the song alongside Brian that he became tearful and couldn't continue. While he managed to hold it together during the actual show, the rehearsal left a profound impression on him. He spoke about how music, composed of subtle vibrations, simple lyrics, and delicate sounds, can have an unexpectedly powerful emotional impact. Brian Wilson died at the age of 82 in California on June 11th. Reflecting on his passing, Paul paid tribute by praising Brian's unique musical brilliance. He said Brian had a rare, almost mystical creative gift that made his music deeply moving. Paul added that the melodies Brian imagined and brought into the world were at once elegant and profoundly affecting. He expressed his love for Wilson and gratitude for having shared time with someone whose presence he described as a radiant, inspiring force